It is my 24th birthday and I just competed in my first bodybuilding show. I live at home with my mum on the couch because at the moment I'm trying to build a business, and also the fact is my knee is still a bit buggered and it's just a good place to live while I am there. But the reason I'm telling you this is that a year ago I had no drive, no ambition, and honestly my life was a complete fucking disaster. And you wouldn't think living with your mum would be an increase in that lifestyle, but it definitely is, and my mindset has shifted so much. I sleep on a couch purely as well to save money so that I can reinvest in myself, and I hopefully unfuck my life, because if that's one thing that getting in shape, changing my mindset, building discipline and habits, and giving up drinking and giving up smoking has taught me, it's that you can transfer it to anything that you want to do. You just have to be willing to put in the work. And the lesson for you is, if you are struggling, then you can change your scenario. You can make different choices, and it might make me seem like a bit of a loser at this point, sleeping on a couch at my mum's, but it's a sacrifice right now I'm willing to make to ensure that in the future I can give better to myself. And yeah, so the lesson is really, you can make different choices. You can downgrade your lifestyle to invest in yourself and become better. And yeah, that's my thoughts from today after competing. And I am proud of myself from getting where I was to where I am, and I have gratitude for that, no doubt. But I am nowhere near where I want to fucking be. And making the sacrifices now, the focus is to build on business and help others truly change their lives through sharing what I've changed, through sharing what I've been through. And yeah, that's the goal. Focus on business, but the business's goal is to help others, help you if you are going through it, to just keep going, and that you can change your circumstances. You truly can. And yeah, I might seem like a loser right now, living on a couch, sleeping at his mother's place, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make to look like a loser, to be honestly, in the eyes of others, to be a loser. And right now I even kind of feel like a loser, but it's a sacrifice now I'm willing to make so that for the future I can give back. Because at the end of the day, you might not need money to start, but you need a cushion. Money gives you the option of doing something like this. It gives you the security to back your dreams, and it gives you the opportunity to keep investing in yourself, to get better, to eventually give back. And people might not understand that. You might not understand that, but that's okay. And if you do understand that, know that you're not weird, you're not odd, you're not different. People do think the same. And don't be scared to do it. Like, if I fail, the worst thing that happens if I fail is the fact that I live a normal life. That's the worst outcome. The worst outcome is most people's lives. So why would you not fucking try? Why would you not give it a crack? Why would you not give that business a crack? Talk to that girl. Why? Why would you not try? Why? Why would you not give it your best crack? If you fail, lose all your money, guess what? You end up living the life that 98% of people live anyway. So what is the harm in trying? What is the harm in giving it your all? And by the way, if you give it your all, you won't fail, but you probably won't give it your all. And that's the difference. You have to give it your all. And that's what I've learned. You can't just go half-assed into something. Your old vices can't be your new vices. Like my old vices were drinking, smoking, well, not smoking, vaping, drugs. But if I go do something cool now, it's now a good meal with good people. That's a good reward. Your old vices can't be your new ones. Otherwise, you're going back to the man that you were, who you said you weren't going to be, and who this new person isn't becoming. Because you have to have a new person. You have to have a vision and a person that you know you can rely on, that you know that you can set goals towards to. You have to ask yourself, what would that person do at that point in time to get to where he or she wants to go? So when you're struggling with staying aligned, you have someone to look up to. You have someone that you can align your goals with. And that person doesn't have to be one person. Like, you can take traits from different people. I do recommend picking like 3 and just sticking with what they say in their ecosystem, because if you pick too many, then some people are going to be like, you have to do a red light sauna, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this. If you just pick 3 that you listen to and you actually follow even just their free content, you don't have to invest in a mentor. I'm sure that your life will change, because that's how I changed mine. That's how I got the balls to trust myself enough so that I could invest into myself. So I had the balls to back myself, to sleep on a couch, to invest my money into mentors and different skills, and be okay with learning at the time being, because you're going to have to go through a period of learning again. You're going to have to drop your ego, and that's okay. It's absolutely fine. People don't understand. You can take a less paying job if it means you learn something that eventually will lead to you making more money. And I'm not saying money's everything, but money does buy freedom. And I want freedom. And I'm sure you want freedom. But it all comes back to the fact that you have to be willing to sacrifice. And it does seem like I'm a loser. And honestly, I do feel a bit like a loser to be 24, living at my mum's. But it's a choice so that in the future I can get better and I can create a life for me and my family, which might seem way out of fetch if you're thinking about this. But it's a decision, an input-based decision right now that I am making to ensure that I can reach my goal. Because you have to drop your ego sometimes, and that's okay. You do have to drop your ego. It's okay to drop your ego and learn. And it's not even all about learning. Sometimes you just have to drop your ego and sacrifice the lifestyle that you want to live. And that's okay. Like, if you want a physique like this, you don't get it through not sacrificing things. But like, that's fine. If you don't want to sacrifice, if you don't want to look like this, that's fine. But find your median. Find your vision. I'm looking for people and want to connect with people that actually have a true purpose and a true vision towards an actual goal that they can set based on what they want to live, what their purpose is. They want to be motivated. They want to be disciplined. They want to build for the long term. That's who I want to speak to, and that's who I want to help, because right now I'm going through it. I'm going through it right now with you. Not yesterday. I'm going through it right now. Yeah, I've made sacrifices to get this physique, but that's not the goal anymore. I've competed. That's a tick. That's a goal again for way down the line, like a 2-year, 3-year goal. And that's okay, because you have to have a vision that far out. Because I know I'm probably a bit too small. I didn't win the overall. but that's okay. Because now it gives me a new goal, and it means I learned that I need to be a bit bigger. I came second, and that's fine. As long as I learned. And I made sacrifices to get this physique, and I'll continue to build it and work it, but it is not the main goal anymore. The main goal is to reach people in the same position where they want to give something a crack, but they're not willing to downgrade their lifestyle, but they're not willing to sacrifice, but they know that they should, and they know that they really want to. You know you should. You know you've got it in you. You've got it in here. You've got it right here. You know you've got it in you, and that's who I'm talking to. Whether it be the physique or the mindset or the discipline or the habits, the pillars that build everything. Your nutrition, your fitness, your health, your mindset, your discipline and your habits. I'll never stop talking about it. They frame everything. Because if you can choose to think for yourself, and that's built around these 5 things, then you will be able to make right decisions and sacrifice and be willing to and trust yourself enough to get it done. And have your self-belief to keep building, because that's what this has taught me. This right here, this physique, it's what's taught me that you have to sacrifice, and you have to be willing to sacrifice. There's no two ways about it. But that's fine if you're willing to do it, because it doesn't come easy. But nothing worthwhile in life does come easy. I'm telling you that. Because this took fucking hours to sculpt. It's not just a walk in the park, but that's what makes it enjoyable. Because it might not seem like it, but I look back on every moment that I pushed myself and I worked hard, and I also think there's moments I could have worked harder. I could have worked harder in prep. And there's moments where I lost, and that's okay because they're learning. I stayed congruent with my diet pretty much the whole entire prep, probably 99.8%. Just a couple little I weighed a few different things wrong, but that's fine because now I look back and I know next prep, that's a building block that I have. And that's okay, as long as you learn. And yeah, it's a bit of a rant, but if you want your self-belief back and you want to build a relentless mindset through sculpting a physique, through your nutrition, and you don't have to go out and look like this. I can get you looking pretty fucking close to this, and that would be the goal, because I'm ripped, I'm veiny, I'm like 5% body fat. But if that's not your goal, it doesn't matter. If your goal is just to have your confidence back and build your self-belief and be better, then that's what I'm here for, and that's who I want to help, because I've been through the ringer. I've done the drugs, I've done the drinking, and I want to help those who need it, who know they want to change, because that's what I'm about. I'm about bringing out the best in other people and showing you what I'm learning as I'm learning it, so that you don't go through the struggles that I went through, because I've been through hell, and we all have our own story. We all have our own hell. We all have our own heaven. We have our perfect life, and you can get it. I'm telling you, you can get it. And that's what getting this has taught me. You can get your dream life. And that's what getting this taught me. Is that if you just control your inputs, you just control your inputs to a big goal, and you don't go off it, eventually you'll get it. I guarantee it. It's a simple mathematical equation. As long as you have a goal, you input daily goals towards this goal, and you judge yourself based off of these daily inputs towards that goal rather than the goal itself, you will get it. You will 100% get it. It just makes sense. logically. Sometimes it might take longer, but it just makes sense that you'll get it. Sometimes it'll take longer, but that's fine. It's okay. If you're just willing to do it. So, yeah. If you enjoyed this, follow me, subscribe, whatever. Have a good fucking day. Love you, boys.